Hey, welcome back to RV Capital Talk. I'm Dave Dufour here with Sherman Goldenberg at from RVBusiness.com and RV Business Magazine. We have joining us is Shannon Nill, who is the president and CEO of Guaranty RV Supercenters in Junction City, Oregon. Welcome to RV Capital Talk.
Good morning. Thanks a lot, Dave. Good morning, Sherman.
Good morning.
We're looking for some perspective from the dealers on the West Coast.
Thank you.
Want to get started?
Well, absolutely. The dealers on the West Coast are duking it out, fighting some of the stock market ups and downs, but business has been good generally. We've had a nice year at Guaranty, and folks are choosing products that are a little more affordable. Trailer and fifth wheel sales have picked up. Motorhome sales are still strong. Not quite so much on the large size, but there's a strong interest in that category, just a smaller cadre of customers. But we're having good business. We think the whole RV industry is needed now more than ever. Folks that deal with the stress and strain of the daily news need the quality breaks with their families that RVs provide. So it's a fantastic tool. And it's very affordable, too, when you look at the comparison of resorts and timeshares, other things like that don't give you the variety of scenery that we enjoy in RVs.
Sure.
Well, Shannon, so you're telling me, despite the rocking stock market, that you see a viable business right now?
Yeah, sure. It's absolutely true. Probably the biggest factor is to control our own attitudes about the news and not let it bug us or reduce our outlook for the day's business. But all in all, everybody at Guaranty, and I would bet that McMahon's too, are staying positive, finding solutions for folks that might want to downsize, or we call it right size. A lot of folks are needing to buy a motorhome or trailer that either is larger or smaller than the one they have. So there's an advantage there with the selection that the two dealers, McMahon and Guaranty, have great selection and long-term quality customer care too.
Shannon, tell us a little bit about the credit situation in the market. Coming out of the recession, it's a popular topic. What are you seeing out there?
Well, absolutely. The credit matters have improved quite a bit, Sherman. Folks are now expecting to make a down payment. We're advising them to choose the correct term. It's in our advantage to shorten up the terms and increase the down payment and improve the equity position the customers are in. So when they go to trade, they're not in a dreadful position with a long shot requirement for tons of cash down. So all in all, the industry's healthy. And you look at the RV parks, they're as packed as ever. Folks are still having super quality time. RVs do a number of positive things. They keep people young and active. They also offer a way to prevent the generation gap that happens when kids get into teen years, because it's pretty cool to be going places even with your parents, if you're taking a toy hauler with your quads or other fun modes of transportation that toy haulers will accompany. But yeah, it's a good industry, and we're kind of rebuilding from the times we've been through in the last year and a half.
Right. Well, we're seeing some great shots of your dealership here in scenic Oregon there. So it looks like you've got a pretty full lot going on right now, and
we do.
And
Absolutely.
moving product.
Our specialty is a large selection, but in motorhomes we feature the Newmar line, brand new, the Itasca line, Forest River, and Monaco. And as you folks know, Monaco just made a consolidation move to move some employees back to Wakarusa and Elkhart, where it really is the center of the motorhome construction. Sure. But in Coburg, we still want to make sure everyone knows the towable operation stays, and that is the largest growth category of the RV industry right now, and a service center and a financial center. So not to mention capacity for expanded growth in Coburg that Navistar is looking at right now with some help of the local officials in the Lane County, Oregon area, to make sure those plants are productive. Hopefully we'll find another use for them or expand the RV enough around here as the economy builds to be sure there's no idle factory space.
Right.
Shannon, looking at the general shift in product types, you've always been strong in motorhomes, right?
We have. We were always strong in motorhomes. We had next door to us the Monaco plant growing up, Country Coach, Safari, and Marathon, all within just a few miles of Guaranty. So that's still going on with Monaco to an extent. Safari's been absorbed by Monaco. Marathon's still building some coaches, but even though they're down a notch, that's the luxury high-end bus sales. But we also represent in the trailer side a ton of good manufacturers like Northwood, Nash, made here in Oregon. The Heartland products have been well received here. That's new for us of the last 2 years. We started with the fifth wheel side and added pull trailers. Toy haulers are popular in Oregon because we have a 45-mile long sand dune, the largest in the country, just within an hour's drive. So folks make a weekend out of that on a regular basis of hauling their toys over there, and the whole family's out there having a blast.
How have you had to change? You are obviously successful right now and doing well, even in this in the troubled market and some of the downturn that we've seen. What if, in terms of the sales pitch, convincing folks that RVing is still the right lifestyle? How have you had to change your pitch a little bit?
Well, a little bit, but one thing we say in tough times, Dave, is don't forget the basics. You still have to sell the firm you're representing, yourself, the industry at large. 1 in 10 families own a motorhome, and that's a large number of RVs out there. Folks used to have the bumper sticker that says we're spending our children's inheritance, and that used to bug people. Now the kids find out they get to use mom and dad's RV, and the grandkids get to travel to something for everybody. Come to visit, they get to stay in the motorhome. We have some folks that bought a new fifth wheel the other day that said, when we have guests from now on, we're staying in the fifth wheel and they're staying in our bedroom. So it's exciting to stay in an RV, even if it's your own driveway. Certainly the better the scenery, the more fun you have, but they're useful for, we say you have a cabin in the mountains or a cottage at the beach, whatever your liking is for your surroundings.
Right.
Shannon, a quick sidestep. How's your auto business? How's your Chevy business?
Auto business has been fantastic, Sherman. Thanks a lot for asking. The Chevrolet brand has been so well received and improved. The Chevrolet Cruze gets 42 miles per gallon. That thing's been flying off the shelf. We've had great truck business. We're in the country here at Guaranty. We're a destination store, so when folks come here, if we treat them right, like we do, we close almost 50% of our car and truck customers coming in. So those are the folks that also like to look at a trailer or camper next and eventually move into a motorhome when time and finances make sense for that. So it's something for everybody. Even a tent trailer can be bought for 99 bucks a month, stored in any normal garage, and pulled from almost any vehicle. So RVing is not a stretch. You don't have to be a millionaire to have a nice RV.
So as a dealer, you're grateful, if that's the word, for the government having shorn up Chevrolet, GM.
Well, it was the right call at the right time. We are grateful, and the best news of all is GM has paid back most of their loan a lot sooner than people would have thought. The government's actually going to make some money on this because there's interest charged, and I'm proud to be a GM dealer. And same with RVs. We're selling American-made products. Most of the parts and supplies come from America. This is a truly American-made product line, selling to Americans, free of outsourcing to other countries, and we're not importing much of anything except maybe a few electronics here and there.
Shannon, on one other, at least related topic here, we're on the brink of the open house. The open house is in late September, and it's going to draw a lot of American dealers, and it's drawing at the same time plenty of controversy within the industry about the viability of late year shows and the timing of them. What are your views on the open house and Louisville and all that?
Well, the open house makes sense because it's in the very towns that the motorhomes are built in. So I would guess that you'd have a lot of opportunity to show off the plants, give the background on the companies and the research and development parts of the industry. I don't think it's going to replace Louisville because Louisville is a natural point in time that's a lull between the the Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday when it's a little slower anyway. We feel there'll probably be room for both, but we're not as close to Elkhart here, so we're going to put our eggs in the basket of Louisville ourselves.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, we're going to see you here in Elkhart, right?
No, he's not coming.
He's not coming.
Well,
Okay,
I wish I could. We're a little. It's our busy season for one thing, so it wouldn't make the best sense. We're
Okay.
spread out just like McMahon's. We have shows and
Right.
late night sales going on around here. lots of sponsorship programs and opportunities. So we do need to make hay while the sun shines here in Oregon. It's gorgeous
Absolutely.
weather out here in the summer, low 80s, low humidity,
Well,
and tons of neat things to do. So we invite any RVers to travel to Oregon, visit Guaranty, and the RV Today station is a good enhancement of the RV industry. We like the fact that Sherm is now owning the RV Business Magazine, which has a lot of feelers, a very important piece for our education on matters regarding the RV industry's growth and new twists.
all right. Well,
Thank you, Shannon.
Thanks a lot, Shannon. You live in a great part of the country. I also know from experience, if you visit Oregon, check your brakes before you drive down Mount Hood, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. We do have hills here, but luckily most of the RVs have engine braking now.
Yeah.
All the trailers and fifth wheels have trailer brakes. That's a requirement in almost every state.
Oh, yeah, right.
So we recommend that. Driving safely is a huge reminder and a good point to mention to all the listeners and viewers out there to be careful when you're RVing and be respectful. Don't ever give the RVing a bad name by the way you operate. We're all ambassadors for the RV industry out and about, and that's one more thing we encourage all of our employees to keep in mind.
All right, great. Well, thanks very much for being with us here on RV Capital Talk, and we will be right back.
Today's show is brought to you by Angie's List, where you'll find thousands of unbiased reports and reviews about service companies in your area. Whether you're looking for a roofer, plumber, house cleaner, dentist, or even a doctor, Angie's List members share their experiences with each other so that you can choose the service company that's right for your job. Companies can't pay to be on Angie's List, and the reviews come from people just like you who have had experience with the companies mentioned. To find out more, go to RVNN.TV and click on the Angie's List ad.